Hey everyone, it's Kenya here, coming to you for a little check-in at our desks. It's about mid-morning here. As always, you can do this any time of the day, and also just acknowledging. You can hear my dog Betsy making her way through the house and playing a little bit. So just wanted to acknowledge that noise for you. So here we are checking in today. I'm going to offer you some choices. Feel free to, well, you're always free to make choices that bring you more ease and comfort. That may mean not participating today, or just choosing to sit and listen, or choosing to participate in all the different ways we're going to move here for the next 5 minutes. So I've been inspired by my mentor and teacher, Amanda McMaine, with the Essence of Yoga Center. Want to give her a plug for her yoga teacher training at the Essence of Yoga Center. I'm in the 300-hour training. She offers a 200 and 300-hour training. It's based on her vast experiences in movement modalities, somatics, kinesiology, and has just been a wonderful experience. Based on that, I was inspired by Amanda's work on spiraling and twisting, and what that was bringing to her for spring. So I thought we would focus on a little bit of that today at our desk. So I've got my feet flat on the floor, about hip distance apart, and Betsy's playing with her ball now. So I'm sitting here, and that's what yoga is, right? Just rolling with it and acknowledging what's happening in our environment. So I'm sitting here on top of my sit bones, kind of moving the flesh around and of my bottom to get to my sit bones, and doing a little jiggle here. Palms on my thighs, either down or up. And I'm going to close my eyes. You can have your eyes open and just focus on me, or focus on another point ahead of you. And just kind of check in with where we are. Sounds. I've got the sounds of Betsy. Checking in through my senses, my feet, feeling them on the floor, the clothes, the texture, smells of the house, lingering tastes. Maybe it's the coffee or your toothpaste in your mouth that you can still kind of taste. Smells, could be the smells of, I know my dryer is going, so it could be the smell of the laundry or the coffee that was brewing. And I'm also going to think about the bones behind my ears, those rising up. So that may mean that your head slightly tilts forward as it rises up. Shoulders kind of come down, but not too aggressively. You don't want to kind of create this kind of overly arched experience in your front body. So, but just, wiggle your your shoulders, and maybe just have them settle down if they've kind of been looming up by your ears. And let's just step into our breath, and we're going to do a little bit of a visualization. So I'm going to open my eyes. So as I'm breathing, thinking of this theme of spirals, I'm actually visualizing my breath kind of spiraling, crisscrossing, two flows of my breath crisscrossing as they make their way both up and down. So we're going to go up and down with the spirals. And just imagining those spirals and those wave-like movements, and I even start to sway. When I have my eyes closed, I start to sway, and that's a little bit of regulating my nervous system. But you know what? It's bringing me some ease and comfort today, so I might just go with it. So I'm visualizing these spirals, these kind of helixes as my breath on the inhale spirals down and up. So two opposing directions in the spiraling, coming up from the floor through my legs, kind of meeting at my hips, sit bones, pelvis, and then the spirals kind of start interacting with each other, coming up, and then on the exhale, these spirals kind of spiraling down all around my spine, my core, my deep abdominals on the exhale as I feel those engage, and the breath moves with that exhale outward, and the spiraling continues up and down. And then maybe as you're breathing, the spiral, instead of this rocking, maybe you start to do this snake-like movement. Maybe it begins in your hips, as your hips on your seat move kind of in opposing directions. So thinking about your hips wiggling back and forth. One sit bone kind of rises, one sinks. And then as that happens, these shoulders start to move, and like you're a snake following your breath. And now I'm going to settle back down. Came right there at you at the screen. And with my feet flat on the floor, on an inhale, I'm going to inhale my arms to shoulder height, palms face forward. And you can pick your right or left side, but I'm picking my right side. I'm going to rotate my thumb to the floor as my left thumb rotates back to the wall behind me. And then I'm going to alternate that movement so you can see it's this kind of just the movement of the arms really starts to open up this spiraling and twisting here at our desks. And you can take this as slow or as fast as you like. Think about maybe brightening up your core as you're doing these twisting, spiraling actions. Fingers are wide, spread apart and engaged, and we're twisting, spiraling. And again, that nod to Amanda McMaine with the Essence of Yoga Center for reminding me of this joyful movement. And it's joyful for me today. There are some days where this is not joyful, and I honor and acknowledge that as well. You may want to bring it forward and bring it back. And that's where the core really brightens up and engages. So inhale, exhale, bring it forward. And inhale, bring it back. Or whatever rhythm is fitting your body today. And then I'm going to bring that down on an exhale. And I'm going to let's do a little spiraling with our legs. I don't want my legs to just be asleep today. So my feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart, and I'm just gonna roll my feet, to the outer edges of my feet. So like my soles of my feet are looking at each other. When I do that, my hips externally rotate, my knees like to go out, core is engaged. And then I'm going to spread, and then I'm going to release that, feet flat on the floor, standing down, grounded. I'm going to move my feet out a little wider, and then I'm going to like roll my feet to the inside of my feet. So now my soles of my feet are kind of facing out, and my knees and hips rotate inward. So play with that at your own pace. Every once in a while, it's okay, make a sounding breath just to remind yourself. I like the whoosh. And then I'm going to sit back a little bit. I'm going to inhale, exhale. I'm going to lift my knee up, place my fingers around the front of my knee, flex my foot, and I'm just going to do these ankle rotations one way and then the other way. And then maybe just rotate my hip externally and internally. Place that down. Lift my other leg. Sounding breath. Core kind of lightens up and brightens. Flex that foot. Ankle rotations. One way, then the other. And then I'm just going to, do this like rotate my knee outward and inward, and my hip, the whole leg is engaged. And then bring that down. Settle in. Eyes open, closed, check in. Like, how did that feel? How do you feel now? Like we're at actually 12 minutes. So how did you feel 12 minutes ago? And how are you feeling now? And, like, it's okay. How are you feeling? Where are you? Where are you today? And where are you going to go today? What are you going to bring to your day? And know at any time during the day, you can stop and just kind of drop in to this spiral action, downward and inward at any time, even if it's just a minute. Check in and see how you are. So that's it for today. We were at 12 minutes. Thanks for practicing with me today at your desk. Feel free to shout out with any questions you have. Look forward to practicing with you again. Drop in at rootriseyoga.com. There's some blog posts, additional videos, and have a great day.